arms and legs, and there we have a little doll.
You were always strange.
Strange?
Evil.
Grandpa!
What's the matter?
I'm sorry, I couldn't help it.
Let me out! Let me out!
I'm Winston Essex, and I welcome you to Mansfield House. I must find out who misplaced this and return it to her, or she'll be heartbroken. You know something? Little girls have a way of cherishing their dolls and feeling lost without them. It's almost as if they were real people. In fact, there are some parts of the world, I'm told, where they still practice voodoo. The belief or superstition that you can control the life or death of the person the doll represents. Of course, that's just superstition. Things like that don't really happen. Or do they?
What time is it?
Oh, it's 3 minutes later than when you last asked me.
He's late.
No, he isn't. Come on, just take it easy, darling.
Tom, why is he coming now? After all these years.
Oh, it's perfectly natural for him to want to visit.
All of a sudden? After all the time we've been married?
Maybe he wants to see his new grandson.
Kevin's not his grandson.
If the old boy wants to pretend, there's no harm.
Papa, why are you doing this?
That you, Laura?
Yes, Papa. Why are you doing this?
Rest in peace, child.
I can't. I'm frightened. Please leave them alone.
He killed you.
No, it wasn't his fault. The child lived. I died. Please, Papa.
We'll see.
I just hope he doesn't upset them. They're so dependent on routine, both of them.
Why would he upset their routine?
Well, you know, after all, Kevin's only been with us 2 months. The adoption agency said we've got to take it very easy with him at first. Give him a chance to get used to us and get used to Judy. That's an awful lot for a little boy to assimilate.
Kevin's adjusted beautifully. It's as if he were our own son. And he and Judy hit it off since the day he got here. Come on. He's her grandfather. I know she'll like him. And so will you. And so will Kevin.
I know where that piece goes.
Judy? Don't be frightened. Come to the window. Don't be frightened. It's only Grandpa.
What you looking at? Is that him? What if he brought me anything?
Why, Mrs. Rule, how nice to see you again after all these years.
They've been waiting.
We were beginning to think you got lost.
Oh, Mr. Witherby, you shouldn't have.
Please, call me Grandpa. And why not? It isn't every day that one gets to meet a new grandson. Where's Judy?
Oh, she's in her room. I'll call her.
I'm gonna go test it.
Judy. Don't be frightened. It's only Grandpa. Why don't you come downstairs and say hello? Poor little thing. Just imagine what it must be like for her. Never to speak or hear.
Judy accepts it. Because we do. We treat her like a normal child.
I suppose you send her to a special school.
Yes, we send her to a very good one. She's learned to read lips, and she does well in her studies. Grandpa, you needn't worry about Judy. She's well adjusted.
Adjusted? Is that the same thing as being happy?
Judy. Come on, honey. We've been waiting for you.
There's my baby girl. Now, we're just a little shy, aren't we?
Look what I got. It's a present.
But wait till you see what Grandpa brought you. Don't you want to open it and see what it is? It's a dollhouse. Maybe later on your daddy will put it together for you.
There, all finished. You like it?
It's just like this house. Same staircase, all the rooms. I wonder how he managed that.
Just a coincidence.
Tomorrow you can put in the furniture. Right now it's sleep.
God bless, baby. Poor Lily.
Didn't you notice? She was tight-lipped all evening. You know what it means when Mrs. Rule gets tight-lipped. They knew each other before, didn't they?
Yeah, from the time that Laura and I were married.
I always felt that he blamed you for Laura's death. And that's why he never visited us before.
He was a widower, and Laura was his only child. When she died in childbirth, and Judy was born deaf and mute, it was enough to knock anybody sideways, but he never said anything. Never accused anybody.
Oh, he makes me nervous. I don't know why. I know it's irrational, but he...
Honey, now, he's just here for a short visit, and he'll be gone before you know it.
Tom, does his being here bring back memories of Laura?
No, not especially.
Because I wouldn't mind. I'd understand.
I know you would. But I really don't think of him as Laura's father, just as a gentle, harmless old man.
I'm sorry, darling. I guess I'm just being silly. A little jealous.
Well, don't be. Come on, we both better get some sleep. We have to take Kevin shopping for school clothes in the morning.
Judy. Don't be afraid. It's only Grandpa. Come downstairs. I've something to show you.
Why don't you go outside and play for a while? I have to clean upstairs.
Is she gone now? Good. Then come along. I'm in the kitchen. Here's my girl. It must have been strange for you, hearing a voice for the very first time. But you do hear me, don't you? Good. That's a very special thing, you know. To be able to make people hear things inside their heads. You can do it. Try. Just tell me you understand. You do understand, don't you?
Yes.
There's my clever girl. But I don't think we'd better tell anyone. They wouldn't understand like we do. Now sit down here and see what Mrs. Rule has made. Would you like one? I'll tell you what we'll do. Arms and legs, and there we have a little doll. Let's call it the Daddy Doll. Aren't you going to help me? I'm doing Kevin. You do Mommy and Mrs. Rule. Then we'll do a Judy doll and a Grandpa doll, and we'll have the whole family. As soon as we're finished, they'll be ready to live in your new dollhouse. This one looks a little old and bent. I think we'll call this one the Grandpa doll. And just to make it more real, we'd better get them all dressed up in their proper clothes. That's better. Now all we have to do is to get clothes for the rest of them. Would you like to do that? But be very careful, because we don't want to ruin anyone's real clothes. After you get something for Mommy and Daddy, you can do the same for Kevin and Mrs. Rule. It's very important that you get something from what they really wear. That way, it makes it much more real. And when they're all dressed, we'll have the whole family. Think of what we'll be able to do.
You ask me, Grandpa's doing us a big favor.
I'm not so sure I like it.
I thought you were worried about how they'd get along.
No, it's not that.
No? Then what is it?
Yesterday, Judy hardly even looked at that dollhouse. Tonight, she couldn't wait to play with it. I've just never seen her so excited with anything.
Must be those dolls. I mean, they're just about the wildest.
Yeah. There's something about them.
Will you relax? They're just dolls. Perfectly harmless little dolls.
It's like this every morning. He's always afraid we're going to be late for work.
But it's your own store, isn't it?
No, but Tom likes to open early.
It's too bad you both work. Doesn't leave much time for the children.
They're fine, Grandpa.
All set?
Yes, darling.
You sure you won't change your mind and drive in with us?
Some other time.
Where are the kids? Aren't they coming out to say goodbye?
I saw Judy going upstairs right after breakfast.
The dollhouse.
I hope she doesn't stay cooped up in her room all day.
Don't worry. I'll keep her out of mischief.
What are you going to do, Papa?
It doesn't concern you.
It does. They seem so happy.
The boy's an outsider, an intruder. He takes their time away from Judy. Judy's all I care about. She's my flesh, my blood.
Mr. Witherby.
Call me Grandpa.
Mr. Witherby, what are you doing here? Why did you come?
I don't know what you mean.
You never did anything without good reason.
I came to visit my granddaughter and to meet her new brother, Kevin.
And is that all?
That's all.
I don't believe you.
I don't really care whether you do or not, Mrs. Rule.
Hey, what you doing? Sure looks real. Are those supposed to be us? Can I play with them? Look, this is me. I'm gonna put myself in the house. What's the matter?
That's what I'd like to know.
Judy won't let me play with her old dolls.
Nobody's going to play with anything in this room until I get it straightened up. Now, it's a lovely day outside. Why don't you both go out in the backyard and play until I'm done?
Oh, gee.
Get along. Out with you.
Hey, Judy. Judy, don't be mad. I won't do it again, honest. Want to play catch with me?
Isn't Judy here?
I sent her outside while I was cleaning.
I see. Really a lovely plaything, isn't it?
Very nice.
I'm glad you think so. I went to quite a lot of trouble to get it just the way I wanted.
I can see that.
What's the matter?
Nothing.
Oh, now, look, you worked for Tom when he was married to my daughter. If there's something bothering you, I'd like to know what it is. After all, we're old friends.
Friends? Why, you never had any friends. You hated Tom Cole for eloping with your daughter and hated him even more when she died in childbirth.
Well, perhaps I felt that way once. But it's long since forgotten and forgiven.
Is it?
Judy, come upstairs to your room.
What you doing? Are you coming back?
Don't let Mrs. Rule see you. We We've been waiting for you. The dolls want you to play with them. They're tired of staying outside. Why don't you put them in their house? Good. Now, where does Mrs. Rule go? Maybe she's finished making the bed. Why don't you put her out in the hall? Now, let's have Kevin come inside. No, child. It's your house and your dolls. Only you can make them obey. Don't you want Kevin to come in? Open the front door. There. Now bring him into the living room. Now, let him come upstairs. I think Mrs. Rule has been upstairs long enough. Why not take her down? What's the matter?
I'm sorry, I couldn't help it.
How is she?
Resting comfortably. No signs of concussion.
And her ankle?
We'll take x-rays tomorrow, but I think it's only a bad sprain. I want her to stay in bed and stay off it.
Of course.
I left her some medication. See that she gets it before meals and at bedtime.
Medication?
Mrs. Rule has a slight heart condition.
She never told us that.
It was diagnosed several years ago. As long as she avoids excitement and exertion, there should be no problem.
I'll see you out.
Thank you, Doctor.
I'll stop by tomorrow morning. If there's any problem, give me a call.
Thanks again.
Is she gonna die?
No, of course not, Kevin. You heard what the doctor said.
It wasn't my fault. Honest, it wasn't.
It was an accident, Kevin. We know that.
Someone pushed me.
Now, take it easy, baby. Nobody's blaming you.
But someone pushed me.
Then, honey, now listen to me. Nobody was on those stairs but you and Mrs. Rule. How could anybody push you?
I don't know, but they did. Mom, I'm scared.
Oh, honey, come on. Don't get all worked up over nothing. We're right here with you.
What about the store?
Why don't you take Kevin with you if it'll make him feel better?
What about Mrs. Rule?
Oh, don't you worry. I'll look after her.
What are you doing here?
I just wanted to make sure you're comfy.
Where's Mrs. Cole?
She and Tom went back to work. They took Kevin with them.
Then we're here alone.
Judy's upstairs with her dolls. Now, is there something I can do for you?
Yes, you can leave this house.
You can't be serious. They need me here now more than ever after your accident.
Accident?
You're not suggesting that Kevin did it deliberately.
Not Kevin.
Who then?
We go back a long way, remember? You were always strange.
Strange?
Evil. I sensed it. I felt it.
You don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, I do. Now, either you leave this house or I'll tell them what I know. I'll warn them about you if it's the last thing I do. I'll warn them of your... My medicine, it's on the bureau. Give it to me. Hurry.
I see it.
Hurry. Hurry, please.
Here. You think I'd try to poison you? Having fun? Where am I? Oh, I see. Now, where is Mrs. Rule? Resting in her room? Yes, there she is. Poor Mrs. Rule. She's not very well. She needs a lot of rest. I'll tell you what let's do. Why don't we close Mrs. Rule's door so she won't be disturbed? No, child, you do it. That's the way. Now Mrs. Rule is all nice and cozy.
Let me out. Let me out. Let me out.
I've got an idea. Let's read a story together.
Let me out. Let me out. Let me out. Let me out. Please. Please, somebody. Let me out! You hear? Let me out! Let me out! Let me out!
How nice. I like fairy tales, don't you?
Help! Help me! Please! Somebody! Ah! 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 Ah!
Once upon a time, there was a beautiful princess.
Yes, darling. Well, whatever you think best. No, don't worry. I am fine now. All right, good. I'll be waiting for you. Bye.
Tom?
Yeah. He's at the funeral parlor making the arrangements.
You look tired. Why don't you sit down and I'll make you a nice cup of hot tea?
I have to take care of the children.
Oh, don't you worry. I've already put them to bed and tucked them in. You know, it's a blessing the way they're taking this. I don't think they quite understand what happened.
Neither do I. How could you have left that poor woman alone like that, knowing she was so ill? You surely must have heard something.
I've told you. I was upstairs in Judy's room. Fran.
Papa, she didn't mean anything. She couldn't have told them anything.
She was a meddling old busybody, a troublemaker.
Leave now, Papa. Please, go home.
Shortly. Judy and I will be leaving shortly.
Grandpa told me you were resting.
Close the door.
I know how upset you must be. You know, we're really lucky to have the old boy here right now. Someone to look after the children until we can...
No. I don't want him near the children. I don't want him near any of us.
Why?
That's what I want to know. Why? Why did that man come here in the first place?
Fran, we've already discussed that.
Why did poor Mrs. Rule fall down the stairs? Kevin said somebody pushed him against her.
Kevin's a child. He just got a little hysterical.
And Dr. Parker, was he hysterical too? You heard what he said about Mrs. Rule's heart? Oh, Tom. That poor, dear old lady. How she must have banged on that door. You can see the marks of her nails on the wood where she tried to claw it open.
Honey, the door was stuck.
It's never been stuck before. And Grandpa was right here in this house. She must have called out. Why didn't he hear her? Or did he?
What are you trying to say?
I'm saying I want him out of here now. Tonight.
Tonight?
Yes.
But why?
Tom and I have talked it over, and we both feel that it...
Oh, don't try to put the blame on him. This is your doing, isn't it? It's because of Judy. You're jealous because she's closer to me than she is to you.
No.
And why shouldn't she be? She's my daughter's child, my granddaughter. She's my own flesh and blood. She's nothing to you. You're not her real mother.
Pack your bags and get out of here. Do you understand me? Get out of my house.
Want these?
Doesn't matter.
I'll pick you up and drive you to the airport tomorrow.
I can take care of myself.
Look, I know this is awkward for all of us, but please, let's try to handle it like civilized human beings.
So, after all you've done to me,
I've never harmed you.
You think I don't know? When my Laura was delivering, the doctor gave you a choice. Either save the mother or the baby. You chose the baby and let my daughter die.
Please, try to understand.
Get out of here. Go on, get out!
I've been thinking. It's going to be a shock to Judy when she finds out Grandpa's gone.
She'll get over it.
Tom, from now on, I'd like to stay home with the children. They need me. Judy needs me.
I'll get some help in the store. We'll manage.
Oh, thank you, darling.
You know something? I'm glad.
Judy. Judy. Judy, wake up. Don't be frightened. It's only Grandpa. Can you hear me?
Yes, Grandpa. Where are you?
Not far. Do you know what they plan to do, child?
No.
Tomorrow, they're going to send me away. And they're going to take your dollhouse away. I thought you should know. Because maybe you'd like to play with it one last time. No. Don't turn on the light. They'll see. Go to the desk. Open the top drawer. Look, Grandpa left you a candle. Now take the matches and light the candle. That's better, isn't it?
Yes, Grandpa.
Now, let's put everyone where they belong. Where is your doll? Good. Put it next to mine. Put Kevin in his bed. Now, Mommy. And Daddy. They're all asleep now, aren't they?
Yes.
Kevin and Mommy and Daddy are sound asleep. And they can't wake up to disturb you. Do you understand? They can't wake up. Take a good look and see that they're all tucked in. The house is all quiet, isn't it? Now hold the candle closer.
listen. You must listen. Go to your room. Take the dolls. Wake up the dolls.
Who are you?
Hurry. Hurry, darling.
Judy. Judy.
Oh, I found the owner of that doll. You should have seen her eyes light up when I returned it. Thank you. We have another little girl staying with us now, Judy and her family. Strange. You know, I've never seen her play with dolls. Perhaps it's just a stage she's going through. Or maybe it's a stage she's been through. Oh, and now here are some scenes from our next adventure on Ghost Story.
Dad, please don't go. Please.
I've got to.